Back now on Triad today, and let's take a check of the air quality, shall we? I always like to do that. I want to know what's going on out there in case you have breathing problems, that kind of thing. Jay Paul, director, let's meet our special guest. He's been with us before, and we're glad to have him back. Patrick Reagan, who's division manager for monitoring and mobile services for Triad Air Awareness. How you doing, pal?
Great.
Good to see you again.
Good to be back.
For people that have not seen some of these earlier segments we've done, and shame on you if you haven't, let's talk about the color coding system for air quality. Just give me a few seconds on what this color means and that color means. Run it down for me.
Sure. In air quality, sometimes it's hard to understand what parts per billion or parts per million mean when you talk about pollution. So what we've done is we've normalized it on a color code system. And we go green to red. Green is good air quality. It means everybody can get out and enjoy the outside.
Right.
Yellow is moderate air quality. So if you have some sensitive populations, asthmatics, children, elderly.
COPD.
Yes.
Yeah.
They would want to limit the time they spend outside.
If it's
just
yellow.
monitor the time if it's yellow. Code orange is unhealthy for sensitive groups. And again, those are the groups, the children, the elderly, people with respiratory disease.
A lot of particles in the air, smog and that kind of thing. And then red would be what, like a wildfire with smoke? And
it's unhealthy is what it's called. And we've had that before, so it's not unprecedented here.
And when those big fires started down in around near the coast a month or so ago, man, the air quality was just horrible. Those clouds of smoke were following us around. Okay, so we know what the color codes mean. What is an air quality action day?
An action day means the public needs to take action. It's anything that's a code orange or code red or higher than that. And at the Forsyth County Environmental Affairs Department, we issue a daily air quality forecast. And it'll be a color code. It'll be a green, yellow, orange, or red color code. If it's orange or red or forecasted to be orange or red, that is what's called an action day. We ask people that are sensitive or in those groups that might experience health problems on those days.
Do we have a lot of those days per year in this area?
We are on the downward side of that, thank goodness. We've made a lot of strides since the late 1990s in improving air quality.
But how do I know, though, if I want to find out? I mean, is this something that you can hear on the radio or the TV or the internet? How do I know each day what the air quality is?
All those media can obviously disseminate our forecast, and it's a great plug for our website, triadair.org.
Right.
Our meteorologists will compile a forecast every day, and then we'll give it out to all the broadcast media so that it can be taken out to the public.
Pat, how did the Triad area, how are we doing compared to other areas of the state in terms of air quality?
This year, we've seen an increase in some of our action days. We've gone to 8 code orange days here in the Triad area. Compared to the state, there's 25 days that have been observed across the state. 23 of them came in Charlotte alone. So we are far behind Charlotte as a number of action days. But unfortunately, we are ahead of the Triangle, the Raleigh-Durham area, who only experienced 6 this year.
I don't want to get you into politics too much and get you in trouble, but let me just touch on some things going on the federal level. First, the new ozone standard didn't get passed, and if you expand into that, President Obama came under fire from some folks by just eliminating these EPA standards on smog. What's going on the federal level?
Just on a factual basis, what EPA tried to do is they took some information they had from a scientific review board and looked at their ozone standard that they had in place, and they realized that it may not be stringent enough. So they tried to push forward for a tighter ozone standard, and what the president did is said, listen, you're kind of in the middle of your review process. It's mandated every 5 years. You're trying to accelerate that. I'd feel more comfortable if we went back and went to the 5-year process.
Is that okay with you? Again, I'm not asking from a political standpoint, or you don't have to be Republican or Democrat, but you're an expert in air quality. From
an environmental standpoint, of course, we'd like to see the standard tightened to where the most people who are affected are protected. But I think it does give the EPA a chance to go back and look and make sure their data is accurate, make sure that the health findings they have are still up to date.
All right, Patrick already mentioned triadair.org. We're also going to plug in for partnc.org. Brent McKinney and the good folks at PART doing a great job to keep us posted on these and many other issues. Go to that website, check out, and ride the bus, and use your car less. Patrick Reagan, thank you, pal.